Shalom. And I'm going to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word with truth and sincerity, and your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And it's time to take out the leaven. Okay, we're in the time that we have to take out the leaven. We're approaching the Passover, right, which is going to be basically in a week. Right now it's the Sabbath, so next Sabbath is going to be the Pesach. Okay, so, with that being said, we have to get our mind ready, and see things that we have to get rid of, how that we have to improve to better ourselves within this ministry. Okay, not only that, just getting your mind right before, going and partaking in the Lord's Supper. All right, let's start with this in Galatians 5 and verse 9. It says, "A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump." Okay, and we know what leaven is. Okay, it's a rising agent. You use it whenever you're kneading dough to make bread. You put it in there to make the dough rise. Even if you put a low amount, it's still going to rise. So this is telling you here, even a tiny bit of leaven is going to leaven the whole thing. So how do we apply this in the sense of, if you any malice or any, improvement that you need to do, you best get to it, lest it festers and then it corrupts you. Okay? Yeah, I'm saying, let's see what that word leaven says real quick. This is leaven. Okay, it says in the Greek, zyme, leaven metaphorically of antivirate, mental or moral corruption. Okay, so metaphorically, it's speaking about what? Mental or moral corruption. So we have to get that out, man. Any small little leaven that's within you, moral incorruption, take that out. Okay, it says viewed in the tendency to affect others. Right? It says leaven is applied to that substance which is small in quantity, yet thoroughly pervades a thing by its influence. Yeah, that's the point, man. The point is the metaphoric, the definition right there, the mental or moral corruption. So that's the things that we have to get rid of that could corrupt our being, corrupt our spirit. Okay, you know yourself, things that you need to improve on or need to get rid of, lest it corrupts your spirit. Okay, and to you might justify it in your mind, no, it's nothing, I don't need to work on that right now. Nah, you have to, because it's going to leaven the whole thing. Okay, so we have to examine ourselves, man. We have to put things in order within our spirit, okay, before we partake in the supper, man, unless the Lord judges us. Okay, and you don't want the Lord to judge you, because trust me, the Lord is going to bring down the hammer when he judges you, man. Okay, let's get this. Is it 1 Corinthians? No, 2 Corinthians. The book of 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 5, it says, "Examine yourselves, whether ye are in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except you be reprobates." So we have to examine ourselves, man. Okay, and this is a constant thing within this walk of ours. It's a constant self-examination, seeing where we can improve, what we need to work on, what we need to get rid of. Okay, this is like all year round. But, we still got to apply this, especially coming to the Pesach. We have to examine ourselves. Okay, and if here it is, you self-reflected, you find out, okay, I don't find anything to improve on. Hey, you might need to throw up a prayer and ask the Lord where you need to improve on. What you need to get rid of, things of that nature. If you don't have anything that you think right now, you might be thinking like, okay, I think I'm good, I don't need to improve on anything. Trust me, there's something that could be improved, man. So if it's like that for you, then pray to the Lord, that he shows you where to go, what to improve on. Okay? Now let's move to this in 1 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, and verse let's start at verse 6. It says, your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump. So purge out those moral corruptions, okay, that you may get a new lump, okay, being renewed in spirit, right? Put off the old man, as ye are unleavened. For our Mashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Okay, so yeah, we have to come with a newness of mind, a pure mind, being sanctified, separate from all this malice and wickedness, man. Okay, so that we may be presentable unto the Lord and partake of His supper. You see, and once again, every time we'll come around this time of year, it gets very serious. So you have to come with a serious mindset, remembering what Yahushua did for us, His sacrifice, and as you're eating, you put that into remembrance, man. Lest you eat it unworthily and the Lord judges you. Let's get that in 1 Corinthians 11. And we're going to jump down to the point. And let's start at verse 23. It says, for I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Yahushua, the same night in the which he was betrayed, took bread. We know Yahushua was betrayed on the Passover. Okay, when Judas Iscariot went unto the high priest, that council at that time, and basically betrayed Yahushua. Right, and when he had given thanks and break it and said, take, eat, this is my body, which is breaking for you. This do in remembrance of me. Okay, so when we're eating the Pesach, we're eating it in remembrance of Yahushua. When we're eating that unleavened bread, it's in remembrance of his sacrifice, man. Of his body. Okay, it says, after the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this is the New Testament in my blood. Do ye as oft as you drink in remembrance of me. So when we drink the yayan, it's in remembrance, of the Lord's blood, basically representing that new covenant, that New Testament, a new covenant that he made with us. Okay, to where that we're not judged by a T according to the law, but rather he gave us a grace period to where that certain things he winks at. Okay, it says, verse 26, for as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do shew the Lord's death till he come. Yeah, that's what it represents, man. It represents the death of Yahushua, man, which is very serious. Once again, that's why we need to examine ourselves and see what needs to be put out before we partake in this supper. Okay? It says, verse 27, wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the blood, of the body and blood of the Lord. Yeah, so if you drink unworthily, you're going to be guilty, man. Here it is, you're pulling up to the Passover, and here there's malice in you, there's wickedness in you, there's leaven in you. Yeah, you didn't take out that leaven. Now you're going to be guilty. Okay? Verse 28, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. So you got to examine yourself first and foremost before you come and eat. You know, if you have any ought with your brother or whatever, reconcile that. Fix that up before you come and partake of the sup. Okay, because let's get this in Matthew 5, because it speaks about that. You know, when you come to the altar, you know, if you have any ought with your brother, you know, make sure you set things straight before you bring up your sacrifice. This is Matthew 5 and verse 23. It says, "Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother had aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift." So likewise, it applies to the Pesach. Okay, we gotta make sure everything's straight, everything's in order before we pull up and eat of that supper and present our sacrifice. Okay, because part of the custom, whenever we would hold the Passover, we'll bring peace offerings or trespass offerings will be offered up unto the Lord, right? So we gotta make sure everything is straight. Okay. So back to 1 Corinthians 11, and we're gonna finish that off. In verse 29, it says, "For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body." You see, so if you eat it unworthily, yeah, you're just eating and drinking judgment unto yourself, man. Not knowing how serious this is. Okay? It says, verse 30, "For this cause many are sick, many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep." So, hey, you see that? That's judgment. Right? So the Apostle Paul is saying to the church of Corinth, that's why a lot of you guys are sick, and a lot of you guys have been deleted because, hey, you didn't discern the Lord's body. So if you come in and you eat this unworthily, the Lord, hey, he's justified to bring some type of sickness upon you or even delete you. Okay, so it's necessary that we self-examine, and get things in order. Get your house in order. Okay, meaning your spirit. It says, verse 31, "For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged." Yeah, see, if you judge yourself, you did the necessary examination, hey, the Lord will not bring judgment upon you. If you did what you needed to do, everything will be good. And once again, let's say if you don't know what to do, pray unto the Lord, man. Let him show you what you need to improve and what you need to get rid of. It's not that hard, man. Okay, we have the tools. We know what to do. So you best get to it and apply yourself and put forth the effort. Okay? Lest you come into the damnation, man. You see, so we're entering to some serious times, man. Getting our mind ready, girding our minds and getting our spirit right. Getting that spring cleaning, of your spirit, right? And just, moving forward. Okay? But hey, I'm going to close it off there, man. That was the point. All right? Bringing all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.